All right. Hey guys, what is up? It is Mike from your Entertainment Network here. Gotta turn up some volumes.
Good afternoon, everyone. 3.5 years ago, on a stage much like this, we presented our vision for the future of gaming and interactive entertainment. Our belief then, which continues to animate our efforts today, was how to make access to content and experiences vastly more simplified and streamlined. Our desire was and is to demonstrate the ways the living room would no longer be the center of the PlayStation ecosystem, the gamer would. Our success would rely not only on a package of next-generation technologies, but on reconceptualizing how the game consumer would want to play today, tomorrow, and in the future. PS4 was founded on the conviction of giving gamers the multi-dimensional and transformative play experiences they expect and deserve. Long-term partnerships with the best developers, a console with user experience at the core, a network that is faster, more social, more personalized, and brings entertainment to life like never before. With more than 40 million units sold worldwide, we are honored at the success the platform has achieved. However, we know there are still a large number of gamers waiting to join the PlayStation 4 family. That is why we will introduce a PS4 system that is slimmer, lighter, and more energy efficient. The new model, which is the standard PS4 moving forward, will appeal to a wider audience who are looking to buy the best interactive entertainment system for their home. Despite the sleek design, the new model packs all the same powerful components that have made PS4 the best place to play. With the new PS4 model, you can immediately enjoy exclusive entertainment experiences such as Uncharted 4 and PlayStation Vue, our cloud-based TV service. And the holiday season is just around the corner, with PlayStation VR launching next month, as well as an amazing lineup of PS4 games, including The Last Guardian, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and Watch Dogs 2. The new PS4 model will be in most markets by September 15th for $299, representing a tremendous value for gamers.
Not bad.
For those who have yet to join the PS4 community, there's never been a better time. PS4 games continue to deliver new experiences that redefine interactive entertainment, and developers are just hitting their stride, pushing the graphics, narrative, and gameplay farther on PS4 than ever before. PlayStation 4 has indeed been the grand canvas that we hoped it could be, supporting a tremendous variety of titles from AAA to smaller digital games, all tied together with the PlayStation Network and our unique approach to social play. We have returned to the combination of creative breadth and commercial success that made the early years of PlayStation so distinctive. It was always our intention to design the PlayStation 4 as a platform to stimulate and fuel future evolution. This vision of the future and the architecture that would enable it was designed into the product from the very beginning. However, we realize that for the very highly discriminating gamer, there is always a desire for advancement, and they want it in this generation. As technology continues to evolve, bringing with it new ways to realize the aspirations of the gaming community, we're adjusting and accelerating our innovation cadence. One such technology we've focused on is display. Display technology offers so much potential if there is content to leverage what's now possible regarding visual acuity, precision, and high-resolution imagery. With PlayStation 4, we're pretty much maxing out what 1080 TVs can do with most games. Gamers and developers alike are always hunting for ways to heighten their gameplay experiences, which is why we're excited about 4K and high dynamic range, or HDR. 4K can deliver a level of detail and visual precision that's unprecedented. HDR contributes to enhancements in visual clarity, color, and luminance. So it makes scenes far more realistic and truer to the way your eyes see and experience.
So I'm going to turn this up a bit. So as a film major,
In the world
I'm
of
gonna
TVs, these two
give you guys some
circulating for a while now.
some opinions on that.
We can start
So like
implementing
most people, first of all, don't have a
context
4K screen.
context.
Monitors for gaming, you know, if you want to play your PS4 into a monitor, sure. A lot of us, like a lot of us PC gamers, we get that. Most consumers don't have a 4K TV or anything that can take advantage of this in the first place. And so what that's going to do is very minimal. Like when I shoot films, I don't shoot in 4K. I have the ability. I have 4K cameras I have access to here at school.
PlayStation 4
I mean, a lot of people want them, so I just usually don't go for them because of the fact that most people watching my film will be watching on a 1080p monitor max. So it's kind of like there's no point, you know, like you're spending money for a higher quality potential, but you're never actually going to reach that potential at the moment. So, I mean, yes, good on them, you're going to 4K, but like it's kind of a misbeat in a way. So I'll tune them back up.
We will instantly have hundreds of hours of high quality gaming experiences available in these exciting formats where you can truly see the difference. Now, to tell you more about the innovative technology behind the console, let me introduce PlayStation 4 lead system architect, Mark Cerny.
All right, my boy Cerny, let's pull things forward. Get me excited the way only you can.
Thank you, Andy. When designing PlayStation 4, we had a vision of what gaming could become.
If you guys are in the chat, feel free to put your comments in the chat. Definitely discuss any questions. You guys have any questions from a video standpoint that I can help answer as a filmmaker,
so we made sure
or as a content maker, about like what implications are, or what you want my opinion on. Feel free to just
frictionless experience
put on
for
it.
the gamer. And so we made sure to equip PS4 with a hard drive to shorten load times, as well as the required support for suspending and quickly resuming games, and playing as you download them. With that hardware as a foundation, we were able to realize our vision. And as a result, a vibrant gaming community has grown around the console. PS4 Pro is not intended to blur the lines between console generations. Instead, the vision is to take the PS4 experience to extraordinary new levels. First and foremost, our goal is to deliver high-fidelity graphical experiences. With that in mind, we more than doubled the power of the GPU and adopted many new features from the AMD Polaris architecture, as well as several even beyond it. A number of hardware innovations support efficient rendering for 4K displays, allowing titles on PS4 Pro to reach resolutions not thought to be possible on console in 2016. For those gamers and developers who put a premium on achieving the smoothest frame rate possible, we're boosting the clock rate of the CPU. We understand that continuity of experience is important to the PlayStation community. Existing games will play as you're accustomed to on PS4 Pro, and we're providing a number of mechanisms for easily transferring your game library and entitlements from the standard model to the new console. We're also equipping PS4 Pro with a 1 terabyte hard drive to ensure that you'll have plenty of space for new experiences. The result of all these improvements is a console that provides unparalleled experiences for the 4K TV owner, and truly excellent enhancements for those using HD TVs as well. We'll give you a detailed look at those aspects of PS4 Pro today, as well as show how transformative high dynamic range is for gaming content, and what the new console offers for VR. 4K TV sets deliver an unprecedented level of detail. Today, we have as an industry been supporting 720p and 1080p HD TVs with 1 or 2 million pixels. 4K TVs provide a staggering 8 million pixels of display resolution. The achievable visual depth and detail are extraordinary. Brute force rendering techniques can of course be used to support these displays, but they have unfortunate consequences for console cost and form factor. So with PS4 Pro, our strategy has instead been to foster streamlined rendering techniques that can take advantage of custom hardware. When coupled with best-of-breed temporal and spatial anti-aliasing algorithms, the results can be astonishing. The titles I'm about to show you are impressively close to realizing the complete potential of 4K.
Ooh, we got games.
These scenes
games,
were recorded in
boys.
real time from PS Pro hardware, and are playing back in the theater on a 4K projector. For those of you watching this from home, after the show, we'll be making the footage available in 4K on video on demand so that you'll be able to better appreciate the quality of the imagery we are showing today. These first images are from Marvel's Spider-Man game, developed by Insomniac and announced at E3 this year. The detail
What?
of the
Yo,
city
I'm
is
so hyped about this
incredible.
game.
Minute features such as the pedestrians in the distance would just be blurs on an HD TV set, but here they are crisp characters. As for Spider-Man himself, the texture of the suit is breathtakingly clear in a way that it could never have been before. Here is For Honor from Ubisoft.
Why do you tickle my dick like that? I just wanted some Spider-Man. You're like, here's a Spider-Man, alright, bye, baby.
Experience has never
At least let me blow my load.
What you may find surprising is that the models and textures being used here, whether they be for the environment or for these two historic warriors, are in fact the exact same ones that were created for the standard PS4. The difference is in the high rendering resolution that PS4 Pro can support. It is simply transformative. Long vistas and high-resolution geometry, as seen here in Deus Ex: Mankind Divided from Eidos, also highlight the power of the console and capabilities of 4K displays. The extreme level of detail visible in the game environments and characters, such as augmented hero Adam Jensen, brings a greater intensity and welcome new reality to the experience. That sense of reality can also heighten the level of emotional immersion, here bringing us closer to Lara Croft's unique combination of toughness and vulnerability. With Rise of the Tomb Raider, Crystal Dynamics has taken great care to apply the power of the hardware to all aspects of the game, whether it be Lara's hair, face, clothes through weapons, or the shaders, geometry, and special effects that give the environment solidity and realism. This is truly a showcase of how PS4 Pro can transform gaming. Next up are some scenes from Watch Dogs 2. I'll just let them speak for themselves.
Yeah. So it's called Pro, not called Neo. At least that's what this one is. Neo might be a whole nother thing, still. But the $2.99 version they're releasing this September, by the way, or November, September. It'll be out by Christmas. For $2.99 is this 4K HD smaller box, and they're calling it Pro. Yeah, Neo was probably just the development code name. Thing is, like, I can't even be excited about these visuals because I was excited about the last Watch Dogs visuals.
Finally,
And they went,
I'd like to show you some environments from Killing Floor 2. We know that diversity of gaming experiences is key to the appeal of PlayStation. Consequently, we've kept the simple programming model of PS4 intact, allowing smaller teams such as Tripwire to bring their titles to PS4 Pro and the new world of high-resolution displays. High dynamic range, or HDR for short, is without a doubt the most exciting advance in TV technology in the last decade. The world in which we live has an enormous range of luminosity, from dark nights to brilliant skies. Human vision has evolved to make the most of it, as well as to perceive a very broad range of colors. Unfortunately, the display devices that almost all of us use today, I'll just call them conventional TVs, fail pretty dramatically at representing this range of luminosity, and also can display only a fraction of the colors that the eye can see. HDR TVs do much, much better. Now for me, the really exciting part of this is that although games need to use different algorithms when rendering for HDR displays, typically involving deeper MRTs and tweaked tone mapping, supporting HDR does not require radical increases in processing power like 4K does. It's mostly a matter of connecting an HDR-capable device, such as PS4 Pro, to an HDR-capable display. To give you a feeling for the HDR difference, here's a picture of a San Francisco sunset. This is actually being shown to you using HDR TVs, but we are restricting the image quality to roughly what a conventional display can represent. Looks pretty, doesn't it? But here it is instead, using the full power of HDR. The difference is amazing. HDR is very new technology. Standards are still in flux, and the game creators are definitely still figuring out how to best take advantage of the displays. We will not expect all developers to initially support HDR on PS4 Pro, but for those that do, well, let me just give you a glimpse or two.
I don't know what it was about Mark's face right there, but like he got this very like come here, little boy kind of face. Like, I don't know what that was.
Studio, once again restricted to what a conventional TV can display. So this is utilizing all the detail of 4K, but the luminosity and color are quite similar to what was shown at E3. I'm going to turn on HDR now and show you what changes. Whatever it is that your eye expects to see to convince you that something is real, HDR is supplying that. The colors in the clothes, the brightness of the sun, these all represent a level of photorealism that you've never experienced in a game. Daytime scenes are great for showcasing HDR, but
yeah, I mean, he puts together really good presentations. Well. His voice is what it is, you know.
Here, the Freaker Horde has come out to feed. Luckily, crafting is a big part of Days Gone, and Deacon has managed to assemble a few Molotov cocktails.
But yeah, Biscuits, if you enjoyed the stream, like I said, just make sure give a subscribe to some more content. Share it to your friends too if any friends want to watch this. Get in the chat with us. We have a big old orgy conversation.
Those who played Naughty Dog's Uncharted 4 may remember this interactive chase scene. You're now seeing it at much higher resolution and in HDR, which makes it even more of a spectacle. Part of why image quality improves so much with HDR is that it's possible to have key areas of the screen, such as these explosions, that are dozens of times brighter than what a conventional TV can display. This is Fetch, the hero in Infamous Light from Sucker Punch. Fetch is a superhero who can harness the power of neon lights. If you think that sounds like something that would show off HDR well, you'd be right. We believe that the potential of HDR is incredible. But you don't need a 4K TV or an HDR TV to experience the benefits of PS4 Pro. The game knows what sort of display the console is hooked up to, and consequently developers are free to tailor the experience to best fit the type of TV being used. So if you connect PS4 Pro to an HD TV, here's some of what you'll see. First up is a comparison of standard model and PS4 Pro graphics on Paragon. Epic Games has chosen to increase the quality of the graphics in a great number of ways. Enhanced visual effects, procedural ground cover, higher scene complexity, greater texture fidelity, dynamic reflections, and more. Warner Brothers is supporting HD TVs on Shadow of Mordor with a number of different modes. Here you can see how super sampling anti-aliasing is used to bring the detail of the high-resolution imagery over to a 1080p display.
Please tell me there's a sequel to this if they're talking about it, because this game was fantastic. Like, why talk about it at all if there's not a sequel coming?
Again, this time playing on an HD TV. You can see how the extra power of the new console is used to boost the visual density of the scenes, and also to bring much of the impressive richness of the 4K graphics over to lower resolution displays. So you may have noticed that several of these titles, including Paragon, Infamous First Light, and Shadow of Mordor, are titles that have already been released. That's another aspect of the PS4 Pro experience. A number of games that you already own may have been patched to play better on the console. We're referring to this upgrading of your library as forward compatibility. Patches for over a half-dozen first-party titles are in the works, as well as quite a few from our third-party partners.
Or just what he just
Finally,
said there.
I'd like to show you how PS4 Pro works with a PSVR headset.
All right, here we
We
go.
are very proud. of the
This
breakthrough
is like the
experience that
tell-all
headset
moment. It's
provides
like, this
for the
is the
standard
big
model.
thing.
With
Because
PS4
4K doesn't matter right now.
the
Most people don't have
developers can choose
4K.
to
A lot of people don't even have
increase the
HDR right now.
crispness of the VR
This
scenes,
is the
make
thing that's
special
going
effects
to
richer, or to offer higher
really
frame rates, making your VR
make splashes.
experiences even more immersive. For Farpoint, Impulse Gear chose to focus on the detail and reality of the scenes. They have roughly doubled the rendered pixel count from that of the standard model, allowing them to breathe further life into their virtual universe. With PS4 Pro, we aim to provide developers with the tools and technologies that can further their creative vision. One developer that's truly embraced the potential of the new console is Guerrilla Games. Let's take a look at some never-before-seen gameplay from the highly anticipated Horizon Zero Dawn, which showcases what can be
Oh,
achieved with
yes.
4K and high dynamic range displays. Thank you.
They're doing a really good job. The thing is, like, so going back real quick before let's get started. I agree, like, Sony's the guy to introduce stuff. Sony is the guy to do this, because what happens is, right now, PS4 and PlayStation, they are everyone's best friend. They met everyone's expectation with their console. They gave people exactly what they wanted for a price point that's fair, and they continuing are to give what people expect they buy it. The worst they do is have some guy, giant hype man, you know, like John Cena, come out like, da, 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 but be like super hype and get everyone like, yeah, it's the best thing ever. VR is great, HDR is great, like everything like blow out of proportion. Because then if they don't deliver on it, then there's a problem. Because if your expectations have continually been met by PlayStation and Sony, and all of a sudden they're not met, that's a problem. And so I think Sony's doing a really good job as the guy introducing all this to keep expectations within their bounds. This game seems great, though.
Gotta move.
That'll probably what it'd be, yeah, $600 for the full thing. Maybe like $657 because you also have to have the camera and like the sticks if you don't already have it. I'm assuming they're cutting that from the base model of the Pro because they want the Pro to also be cheaper. That's one of the things they touched on, is that they want people to be able to adopt the PS4 also more. So it's not just powerful, but it's also cheaper. So yeah.
Nearly there.
Yo, what the hell is this? Wait, are you driving it, or he's stealing information? I don't understand what's happening. Great, so you're not driving it. Did you destroy it? I am confused, but I'm loving it. Oh, this music's great. Still don't know what I just watched there, but again, with you, I am on board with this game.
Thanks very much, Mark, and thank you, Guerrilla Games. PS4 Pro will bring about a transformation in the way that gamers experience their favorite titles. At the same time, we're working hard to ensure that PS4 remains a single, unified community. The same discs and downloads will run on both the standard model and PS4 Pro. But they will play in multiple ways. In addition to support for the standard model, we're asking our publishing and development partners to consider how they can best support PS4 Pro on 4K TVs and also on HD TVs with each and every title. One great example of this transformation will be with the launch of Call of Duty. To share with you how Call of Duty is driving the new level of gaming experience on PS4 Pro.
No, don't show me that. I don't want to know about it.
CTO Andy Hendrickson.
I really actually just don't want to know about it. I really just don't. I don't know. I'll give Cod the benefit of the doubt. That's them, not me. His mic just isn't on.
His mic's not on.
Can you hear the guy whispering from the screen? The mic's not on.
On behalf of Activision and our talented studio teams, it's exciting to be here today to talk about our future.
You probably hear them through Sony's mic or someone like
PlayStation 4
backstage.
Pro. There's nothing else like Call of Duty. The immersion. That visceral feeling that you are starring in your own epic action.
This guy looks like way too old to be like the head of Call of Duty. Like I expect the head of Call of Duty to come out like on a skateboard with some Doritos, Mountain Dew, backwards cap, and something like yeah. But like this guy is like.
In a stunning.
I fought in these wars, but not these wars because we don't do real wars
Developers
anymore.
couldn't be more excited about what PS4 Pro has to offer. With its greater memory bandwidth and enhanced GPU, we can now deliver richer textures and 4K graphics on top of our trademark 60 frame a second gameplay. I'm proud to share that this fall, Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered will support PS4 Pro out of the box.
But when
day
can I
one.
just buy Modern
And for
Warfare
your Black Ops
Remastered? Because
3
we all
fans,
know you're
don't
gonna
worry.
break at some point and just sell
Black
it
Ops
on
3
its own.
will also support PS4 Pro on day one with an online title update. We're talking one unified Call of Duty community wherever they play, playing together.
You know,
on
except for the
PlayStation
people on
4
Xbox
or
and on
PlayStation 4
PC.
Pro. So let's take a look. This clip is from
One
a mission called
unified
Operation Dark Quarry.
Community
During this mission,
with
you and your crew
two other
answered a
communities
distress
over
call
here.
from a mining facility on an asteroid that's been knocked out of orbit. It's a harsh environment. Because of its proximity to the sun, getting caught outside could be deadly. This is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare on PlayStation 4 Pro.
We're going down there. Search and rescue.
Stick together. Keep out of the sun.
900 degrees in the sun?
Find these civilians dead or alive.
Oh, is it just a sizzle reel? I thought they would at least show us some gameplay. It's just a sizzle reel. Of course, Call of Duty, of course.
Looks like a quake hit or something.
Take more than that to knock this place out of orbit.
Everyone's gameplay?
Out. Let's see what we can find.
No, just sizzle reel. All right, well, is what it is.
Coming for you.
Worker drones. Oh, why are they moving like that? What's going on the walls? Got a dead civilian here. Another one.
Welcome to the live stream, LAYDEN.
Looks like his neck is broken.
Oh wow, who saw that one coming? Although it does have a kind of nice aliens simulation feel going on, so at least they kind of did that up pretty well.
Drones must be tied to the power.
I got a visual.
You still told me nothing about the game though, or showed me any actual like interactions. It actually didn't look that much better. Like, no offense, like I'm excited about like hardware updates as always. Again, filmmaker, love it when we start getting technology that is better.
I'm Aaron Flynn. Across
Showed
EA
us nothing.
now, developers are combining the power of Frostbite with the power of PS4 Pro to bring even more amazing visuals and gameplay to our players. This year, both FIFA 17 and Battlefield 1 will support the new console.
We're getting soccer!
And early next year, we're bringing Mass Effect Andromeda to PS4 Pro.
4K soccer, bros.
Mass
Kick
Effect Andromeda is going
that
to take
ball.
you to a whole new galaxy.
Let's get
And playing that
right
experience on
into the
PS4 Pro
news.
is going to be incredible.
That one's for you, Raven.
You'll be totally immersed in Andromeda, discovering all new alien worlds brought to life with sharper graphics and high dynamic range lighting. We're also able to create more lifelike characters, which will continue to allow you to experience the best stories you can play. Let's take a peek at how Mass Effect Andromeda looks and plays on PlayStation 4.
All right, Mass Effect, that's fine, that's fine.
Here we find Ryder and his companions deep in an unexplored level of the game. Please enjoy.
Oh, this definitely feels Mass Effect. All right, all right. Hooking me back, EA.
Another remnant right in our way.
Watch your step, okay?
Hey, Zoro Killer. Welcome to the stream.
No water. They should all be dead. The source of the system lockdown may yield more information. We appear to be close.
Oh, we love you too, Zoro.
It made a new path. More remnant.
Remember, they don't turn nasty unless you get too close.
Will you look at that?
I really just need to know more about this game. Just cut away and just go to a whole press conference on Andromeda. Like, I need to know about the new Mass Effect. I need to know!
Feel that? This whole platform's resonating with something. We must be close. No question. This is the heart of the vault. All conduits converge here, Pathfinder. That must be the lockdown console.
Yes, I do want something fresh, which is why I'm really excited for Horizon. But I feel like this new Mass Effect is taking a fresh direction. And Mass Effect, I never felt like I was overloaded on. Like Halo. I love Halo, so like you can never actually overload me on. But they definitely overloaded on IP products. Same with Call of Duty. Call of Duty just not actually changing that much or changing in an innovative way. But I felt like Mass Effect always did innovate, and that's why I'm okay. Especially because I felt like I've had a break from Mass Effect.
Hey, look there. The whole place is lighting up. Power readings are off the chart. Really off the chart.
But if it's back online, we should be good.
That's true. Like I'm not like yes, absolutely. I do. What I'm saying is I really like the conceptualized idea that they're presenting right now. It feels like Mass Effect, but it's an innovative new experience as opposed to like a stale experience from what they're showing, which I would give them credit for, absolutely. Because it'd be very easy to just slap on the old feels and just ride off on that.
Thanks very much, Aaron. As you can see with the games shown today, PS4 Pro allows developers to push the fidelity as high as possible while retaining the best performance. For those who use their PS4 to watch movies, TV, or videos, PS4 Pro also has best-in-class 4K streaming services. We've had a long-standing relationship with Netflix, and that will not stop with PS4 Pro.
Boys, I can watch all my Narcos.
Netflix app
More importantly, I need to watch next season of Marco Polo.
And by the end of the year, 600 hours of 4K content.
So since we're just
will
talking
be
about
available
Netflix, just
on
take a
Netflix,
moment, remind you guys to
including
subscribe to the
Narcos
channel, button,
Season
check some
2,
other videos.
which
You
recently
guys go to
premiered,
Twitch, links in the
and
description of this
Luke
video or the
Cage,
stream. I have a Twitch account, you
premiering
can follow there.
September
If you hit the follow button, we get some Twitch
Both
alerts
of
going,
these
so like some
titles will
sweet,
support
sweet
4K
SpongeBob
and
Twitch alerts.
HDR.
You can go down there and
In addition,
follow us there and trigger
YouTube,
that.
which is
Trigger!
already among
But
the
yeah,
largest sources
having a great time with you
of
guys.
4K content
Hope you guys are having
anywhere,
fun, and
is
invite more people
developing
in,
an
have a bigger
app for
conversation.
PS4 Pro
I'll be sticking around a little bit,
that will
hopefully,
support
after the
4K
end
content.
to just like
We believe
discuss
the
everything that's been
potential
talked
of
about before I have to go
HDR
back to
is
class.
incredible,
But yeah.
and that it will transform gaming and entertainment in a manner that we haven't seen since the transition from standard to high definition video. Which is why every PlayStation 4, back to the very first console sold in 2013, will be HDR capable via a firmware upgrade next week. Thank you. Higher dynamic range means more realism, more visual beauty, and the broadest spectrum of colors ever realized on a console. With the proper display, all 40 million PS4 users can join the HDR revolution.
Oh, it's a revolution.
At PlayStation, we're clear in our mission to make the gamer the center of our universe. We're steadfast in our commitment to be the best place to play.
Do I make memes? I make memes.
And we believe
I'll link
this
you a sweet
current
meme I had
PS4
yesterday
game development cycle
from
is
one of our
just
shoots.
hitting its stride. Some of the best games are still yet to come. So please take a look.
Farewell, my love, we'll be together soon. Take heed, sweet love.
Oh, is it over?
You'll never
let me know if you can see this meme. Just send it in the chat.
I'm watching from the
Oh, it's over. What? Is this just like a giant sizzle reel that ended off when like all you really showed us the sizzle reels? And I wanted to just see gameplay. At least some aspect of some gameplay. Okay, I put on it.
I hear them say, the angel
Hold on, guys.
calling me back.
I'm gonna just turn off the game audio while I figure that out. There we go. Alright.
Our vision is to present a clear choice to the gamer. We want to deliver the best games to our current gamers. We want to invite new members to join our community. We want to offer an option for those that want to heighten their gaming experience. So tonight, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the new PlayStation 4 lineup. PS4 Pro, November the 10th, 2016.
November 10th,
priced at
$399.
$399.
$399 for the Pro. Oh, so the Slim is a $299 and the Pro is $399. Okay, it's not bad. It's not terrible. So Pro with VR, probably $700 to $800 with the camera.
For both PS4 Pro and the new slimmer PS4, the value propositions are clear, and the choice ultimately remains with gamers. We invite you to experience PS4 Pro for yourselves next door after the show. Thank you, everyone, for your time and for joining us today. Thanks very much.
All right, well, that's a conference. I'm putting that meme for a Zorro killer. Oh, wait, we got a snazzy little video to close this out. Alrighty. Alright, cool. So I'm just gonna turn this down. Alright, so we're gonna just kind of talk about basically what just happened. I'm just gonna put studio on so I can get to a full screened add-on here. Give me just 1 second, sorry guys. cool. So, just a little talk about some of the things we basically saw from this. So one of the really, really cool things is definitely the fact that we are upgrading to 4K. We are upgrading to HDR Pro. We won't get much use out of it. You know, again, like I'm sorry that it's the truth. You know, most people will not get the benefit from that. It's nice that they're innovating. You know, again, filmmaker, love seeing new tech, love that they are pushing towards this. But in the short term, it's not going to do as much. Long term, great long-term implications, and it hopefully will push manufacturers of TVs and monitors to really get on board with that. Really important thing to note: there was a rumor around that we were going to see Red Dead HD remake or something Red Dead show up here, and it didn't. So that's a really just big disappointment. I was really looking forward to it, but it's important to note that just didn't happen. Kind of sucks, but it just didn't happen. Wow, it's getting loud. I think I turn it down. But yeah, so Andromeda looks pretty sweet. That's the only thing we actually got to see gameplay of. We got to see a little bit of Days Past, whatever the zombie game is. But really, we only really got to see Andromeda. Andromeda looks really sweet. It definitely seems to be benefiting from this higher hardware specs. It's nice, you know. Call of Duty looks the same. It's like, oh, look how great it is. It looks the same. Let's be real. If you don't update the art direction, then it's really just going to look the same. But what, Jay, Zorro, any of you guys, other guys in the chat, what do you guys think about what you just saw?
PlayStation blog. We just saw a lot of big news.
I want to transition back also.
In the PlayStation Theater in Times Square, New York. Lots to go over, and I want to bring in my buddy, Mr. Shawn Layden. Shawn, come over here. I know you were sitting out in the audience. You took it all in here. So, Shawn, you're chairman of Worldwide Studios.
Yes, and proud to be so. I think what we saw today was some great first-party content. I mean, Days Gone, I think it looked phenomenal.
Outstanding.
And Horizon coming out just in February next year. Looks like it's ready to go, but I'm sure there's still some more work to do on it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of news tonight. I mean, just there was, we obviously had the slimmer PS4. We got a first look at that. And then we get this PS4 Pro. And I mean, this is designed not only for 4K displays, but also HD TVs. I mean, there's benefits kind of no matter which way you slice it.
Absolutely. I think the most exciting, pull quote from today's presentation for PS4 Pro anyway is November 10th, 2016.
Yeah.
That's in 2 months.
Yes. That's right around the corner.
Right around the corner, right in time for Christmas. I think we've managed to get the community together to support this exciting new standard, building it out for 4K resolution, building to support HDR. You saw the stuff on the screen today. And
it was spectacular, and I think if I have any regret, it's that folks can't be here to see it in person because it really pops. It really pops. Now, speaking.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wasn't really expecting much, so like
I
was over surprised announcement again too. Also, like the Red Dead would have been a great surprise announcement. So like I'm very content because I wasn't feeling anything. This isn't E3. This isn't like the PS4 reveal or the Xbox reveal. This was just a small thing, most of which we kind of already knew because
HDR ready, make them compatible. Of course,
because of leaks. But yes, they definitely did a job at mitigating expectations. I think
PS4 Pro.
People will understand what to expect. They will be able to deliver on it because the promises aren't that strong, and I think that will really help them in the long run on the marketing and selling standpoint, as well as keeping the community as a whole very happy and content with their PlayStation experience.
And the developers of Worldwide Studios. And I mean, when we talk about this sort of higher fidelity, the greater intensity, the sort of heightened experience that you get out of like a PS4 Pro, the HDR, the high resolution. I mean, I can only think that contributes to all of that.
Oh, sure. I mean, you talk about getting emotion into your story and into your mise-en-scene and showing people exactly what the feeling of your characters are. I think HDR brings that capability right across the board for everything you do. You saw it with Days Gone.
You know what? I'm going to give him a Twitch alert for that one. That deserves a Twitch alert.
Against Deacon's face and how he's looking at that horde
Chrome
coming up against him.
Again.
HDR is just one more... it's like taking your color palette from 64 crayons to 64 million.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
It's huge.
We think it's going to be huge for the creators and for the medium. We couldn't be more excited.
That's right. Now we got a lot more for you actually here tonight. We're going to be talking to a lot of the folks that you saw out there on stage. We're going to learn more about the games that we saw. We're going to be learning
Twitch
more
alert for that comment. A mise en scène.
That was a surprise.
That was a big surprise. A lot of people on Twitter have been talking about one. We got a first glimpse at it. We're going to learn more. We're going to learn more. We're going to learn more about Days Gone. And this one's looking gorgeous. This one, these guys have really been working away, getting that HDR in line, high resolution. We're gonna be talking to a lot of guys. A lot of the folks that you saw up on stage tonight We're going to have
hope you guys
that's
enjoyed
gonna be
that
exciting.
And we're also going to hear, I think this will please you, we've got a couple panels lined up too. So we're going to have a cross-section of some of the most talented graphical designers in worldwide studios.
Let them tell this story.
Yes.
They know exactly what
Yes.
they're talking about.
I mean, there is definitely a technology side to
That's
this, but
great.
But at the same time, I think the games just look fantastic. You know what I mean? They look great.
Yes, they do.
It's pretty stunning.
Yeah.
Now, Sean, I know you got a busy night ahead of you.
Lots to do.
Lots to do. Lots to see. I hope you have a chance to get some hands-on time here. It's not going to be easy though. You can kind of look out here that we have members of the press, media. They're checking this stuff out for the first time.
It's one of our shortest stage events ever. I think we clocked in at 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But because of this, you've got to get your hands on. You've got to see it.
Yeah, you
to
gotta
really
see it.
appreciate the entire impact of that.
It's huge. It's huge. So, Sean, appreciate you joining us. I know you got a lot to see and do.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Sid.
All right. So,
All right.
have a great one.
We'll catch up with you later.
All right. Absolutely.
All right, cheers then.
And so, like I said, we have a lot more in store. We're going to be coming up shortly with Horizon Zero Dawn. We're going to be talking to Guerrilla Games' Herman Holst.
Woo! Horizon Zero Dawn. All right.
Prowess. We've
This
seen it
is
through
what
the
we are
Killzone
here
series. We're going to see what these guys are up to with PS4 Pro. So let's check in with Horizon Zero Dawn and much more to come.
Hey everyone, thank you so much. And Herman, hello from Guerrilla Games. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
It's so nice to have you here. We, of course, I was just like kind of distractedly looking at Horizon Zero Dawn.
As am I.
So we were just talking about Horizon Zero Dawn as being shown on PlayStation 4 Pro. It is so exciting to be able to talk about this. What does PS4 Pro mean to not only you and your team as developers, but also for a game like Horizon Zero Dawn?
I mean, it is a great thing for us. I mean, as a studio, we're all about new hardware and what we can do with that. But for this project specifically, it's about a very large open world. So having these massive draw distances and for us to be able to have these details, just look at that foliage in the back, to be able to project that, it's fantastic to give that to the consumer. But also, this world is all about beauty, majestic beauty. And just look at the light in the sky, and if she turns around, you look at the shadows and you see all the detail. It just takes the experience to me to the next level. So I'm really, really psyched up about it.
Absolutely. From a more technical standpoint, are there particular aspects of the hardware that you guys really feel like has been beneficial to you,
building
something that has such large scope?
I mean, I think it's the overall power of the PlayStation 4 Pro. Still getting used to the name, of course. It's everything. It's both the 4K capability as well as the HDR that together, I think, makes up this fantastic image.
Absolutely. Now, tell me a little bit more about the game. I mean, obviously, we're seeing some new footage here in New York City, debuted today, so that's probably of particular importance to you guys. Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing. For example, the tall neck. Did I get it right?
The tall neck, yeah. So the tall neck. So first of all, she's in a new.
Please explain to me what I
this
saw.
This is the jungle. So we've seen kind of these snowy landscapes before. We've seen some desert before. She's in a more jungle type environment. So she's taken out a scout here. She's on her way to go up to that tall neck, and she wants to hack that thing.
Okay.
Right? And that's going to give, well, let's not get into what kind of perks it's going to give you.
Okay.
But it's an important thing because it's going to unlock a whole lot of abilities for you, open up parts of the world to you.
Yeah, you don't want to give too much away.
Well, maybe not
for
quite.
Our hero
This is
Aloy
about
here.
2.5 minutes worth.
Who we were just discussing is like the coolest person ever, so I'm very excited to play Horizon.
I think you said you were in love with her, didn't you?
That might have been you. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I think it might have been you.
I'll admit.
And then tell me a little bit more about in terms of building a world like this. I mean, this must be incredible for the folks at Guerrilla Games because this is you guys as a team stepping into new territory and kind of quite literally because it's so, it's this incredible new world. It's on new hardware. I mean, tell me about what that's like.
I mean, it is a wonderful opportunity. It's by 1.5 miles the most ambitious project we've ever done, taken on at
Just
Guerrilla
compared
Games.
to all your other
Absolutely,
projects.
even compared to doing a launch title for PlayStation 4, it is a very large world. We wanted to go after a different kind of beauty. So the great beauty of Killzone, but now this kind of lush, wonderful, natural world. And again, the new brightness and the new crispness of the image here. I'm just looking at it myself with the screen. I haven't seen a television screen this nice before.
We're going to play it for our audience after we're done talking, so they'll be able to see it. Sure.
And so there's a lot about this project. The fact that it's a new franchise, the fact that we are creating this lead character, Aloy, that is I think she's able to execute what we're good at Guerrilla, which is tactical combat, right? We kind of honed our skills with Killzone. Now we're letting her go all out and doing that. And that's what this game is about, tactical combat.
So what are some of the lessons that you as a studio learned from Killzone that, and specifically in combat, kind of apply to Aloy? Because that is still a huge leap, going from like first person, a little more I don't want to say traditional science fiction, not to say that Killzone isn't unique, but now going to sort of almost a post-apocalyptic science fiction here with Horizon.
Well, the thing is, the Killzone obviously was a science fiction game. Horizon is as well, right? It is nothing about that is fantasy. Everything is based on science and what we're doing. Clearly, the machines. I mean, we practiced a little bit with mechs, and we're taking that forward. The machines are a very essential part of this game. But then we started experimenting in the past in the Killzone franchise with some more open levels. We're taking it to a seamless, wide open world. There's a lot of things that we're kind of pushing in many different directions. You see the flying Glinthawks over there, just to add that little character to the world.
The level of distance you get in the image is just incredible, by the way, on the running on pro hardware. But yeah, so tell me a little bit more about the combat then, because Guerrilla Games prides itself on combat, kind of that deep tactical element.
Absolutely.
There's an element of kind of using your instinct and your senses, survey the landscape. That seems like it's very applicable here in Horizon.
You look at Aloy compared to these machines. I mean, she's clearly, she has the size difference is massive. She will be typically outgunned, so she will have to be very clever. So preparing for combat is very important. She's got her traps, she's got her tripwires, and then once she engages, it is, I mean, she's very fast, she's very agile, so we're building this whole game. You see the climbing mechanisms, the way she dodges, everything is very fluid, and the combat is supposed to be very fluid. We make that a consistent goal for this project. So it is also important in the combat that she can actually evacuate and re-stealth. She should be able, when there are too many machines of different kinds in her vicinity after her, then she should be able to retract and reconsider. She's going to re-engage or maybe get out. So it's kind of like preparing, engaging, and then evacuating after if necessary.
And I guess I don't even think about that a lot, is that there is a stealth component to Horizon. I mean, is that important for you guys as a studio to kind of have to balance out those moments of intensity with moments of quiet and planning?
Absolutely. I mean, different players have been playing this game in a very different way. So some people really like to hide out in the tall grass and take
just chill.
Well, not
like
really.
Maybe have
chill
a
and look around. You can do that too, right? But also maybe pick out the machines one by one instead of kind of engaging a whole, or have say a watcher alarm the rest of them. So you get in trouble and a lot of chaos. Some people just like that slower paced combat, and that's fine too. I mean, there's a ton of different ways to play this game, to engage, but also to build up your Aloy.
And then how about in terms of the enemy design? Because that obviously plays a huge role in the combat as well. You're dealing with such, they're both familiar and unfamiliar at the same time. Like to me, they kind of course, they're reminiscent of like prehistoric creatures, but they have such an alien element too. I mean, how do you guys deal with designing something like that?
So most of them are based on real life animals.
Yeah.
And there's a purpose to that, because obviously when you see an animal, you expect a certain behavior. And you saw kind of a deer-like
I had people who were at Gamescom in Germany,
so you expect them to
one
flee
person
when
who was
you're
at
after them,
E3 this year,
and
they got to play on the floor. And some people also at Gamescom got like some press briefing, but like between floor and press play, they said it was fine.
Okay, excellent. Well, I know
they said like it's what you expect. They said it's actually very reminiscent of Metal Gear, at least in character controlling.
Takeaway from this event here
for the stealth purposes. I think it's very important that they highlight the whole thing on stealth.
That's right.
PS4 Pro hardware. What is kind of a highlight for you, and what do you feel like is the most exciting thing looking forward for this technology?
What I love about it is that there will be kind of the ultimate offering for people that want to go the extra mile and get a great experience, and they get an even better resolution at get the smoothest possible frame rate. But at the same time, I want to ensure and say you have a
since I moved over to playing FPSs on
you've seen our game
PC, which has been like 2.5 months
people
now.
Said it looked amazing.
I cannot play FPS on console.
Even better when it comes
I just can't. So now I'm with you. I think third person does work better on console.
You get a Horizon for baseline, or you get it for PlayStation 4 Pro, you can have an amazing experience.
I mean, that's something that we should reiterate before I finally let you go and you can actually mingle with everyone tonight, is that Horizon Zero Dawn is going to be fully playable, beautiful, amazing on the standard PS4 model. But you guys can get a little extra mileage out of that PS4 Pro hardware as well.
I might get one myself.
Really?
Yeah,
you
I might.
I feel like we would just mail it to you or something. Maybe. We'll talk after this, and then maybe I can set you up with something.
Wonderful.
Does that sound okay?
Thank you.
Herman, thank you so much. It was a pleasure
I'll just buy my own. Why would we just give you one? Because you're cheap.
Looked at us. I mean, handsome guys, especially this guy here, but maybe we want to look at this instead. Let's give you guys another look at this footage running on PlayStation 4 Pro, Horizon Zero Dawn. Stay with us.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about this game. I've heard nothing but good things from people who have played it. My only concern is that it turns out like Watch Dogs, where on the floor and at presentation it looks and plays fine, and then when it comes out, it's a completely different game. It looks different, it feels different. Features are cut, features half baked. I have nothing again that's led me just like you to believe that I'll have it with this game. That I'm just saying is my only concern. And unfortunately, it's been happening a lot with games, so I think it's a very justified concern in that way. But at the same time, I'm still very, very, very excited for this game to come out. Oh, you had the iPhone reveal today too. I just totally forgot about that. I'll have to definitely, I'll probably be our store for tomorrow is on the iPhone.
It's not gonna wait. Come on.
Well, the sound design for this game is so good. Just from the movement of the character and the environment around her to the other enemies and NPCs to obviously we talk about the score. It's very, very artistic. I'm very much in love with this game. From at least its design standpoint. Obviously, again, we'll see what happens when it comes out. I hope it'll be great, but I think from an art standpoint, this is really going to hook a lot of people into this world and into this sense of adventure and discovery. Yeah, exactly. You need to be able to make sure that the world and environment is very like one and the same. It isn't just like a diverse environment with little interaction and it's more repetitive interaction. You need to make sure that it's all unique in both the environment design and the execution of what happens in the environment. Okay, well, anyway, I have a class coming up. So that's going to about wrap it up for this. If you guys aren't subscribed already, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel here at Eurotainment Network. Almost at 100 subscribers. Get a custom URL, so just youtube.com/yen and no more random numbers. Follow us on Twitch also.
Hello,
that's where we usually go live a lot of the time.
By Chris
if you want to find this, you can find it on the PlayStation Switch channel. They're going to be doing these interviews and stuff like that for other games.
There's the logo right
as always,
here.
guys, if you haven't, also check this out. Make sure you check out another video before you subscribe. If you're on the edge, maybe it will help you get on board. We had a really good video yesterday breaking down the Sun and Moon trailer. As always, guys,
what the Pro hardware not only means to you as
later.
A developer, but also kind of to specifically the project that you guys have been working on.
Well, for Days Gone, it's really exciting working with the PS4 Pro.